for the very first time to Doll Mail. I've wanted to open my own YouTube channel for a while now, especially since I discovered the wonderful doll customizing community. I've been customizing dolls for a few months now. I think since June, if memory serves right. Anyways, let me tell you, making a YouTube video, not a walk in the park. But it was still a lot of fun and I'm very happy I finally decided to go for it. Now that my rambling's over, I think it's time to get to the good stuff. So for my very first video, I was a little unsure as to which doll I should use. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of secondhand dolls I got from eBay. I think I went a little crazy there. Let's just say my wallet suffered a lot through the next few months. There's just way too many possibilities and way too many characters I want to create. My list is getting a little too long. In the end, I decided to go for a little 3-episode project using Laguna, Draculaura, and Frankie. For those of you who already follow me on Instagram, you probably remember me mentioning I wanted the first character to be a surprise. So I decided, why not? Let's make a little guessing game. And here's your first hint. Still not getting it? Okay, here's the second hint. Come on guys, I know some of you have already guessed. Okay, last hint. I believe I'm kinda giving away the answer now. Time is running out. Still not sure? Alright, this will be the very last hint. Yeah, that's it. It's the Powerpuff Girls. Here's the poses again, just in case you guys were wondering. If you got it right, then congratulations. You probably are a 90s kid like me. 90s brotherhood, yay! I chose to go for the Powerpuff Girls because, well, you have to admit it, they are just adorable. And they also bring back so many great childhood memories. Now, after deciding on a project, the question was, who do I make first? I admit, I didn't really have to think about it too much. Buttercup has always been my favorite, because she's got this whole tough girl attitude going, but at the same time, she can be very sweet too. For her character, I will obviously use Frankenstein. Her face shape and slightly squarey jaw are, in my opinion, a great match for Buttercup. Plus she's green. In case you're wondering why I'm not changing the skin color, well, I just thought the character's concept would look cool if the skin color matched the character's representative color. I gave it a try by drawing the concept art first, and I like how she looked. It's always a good idea to make a sketch of the character first, if only to see if your vision looks good on paper and make tweaks and changes if you're not completely happy with it. Once that's all decided, it's time to bring out all the materials. And we'll begin by cutting all that wonderful hair. Yeah, I know how you feel, girl. So let's grab some scissors and jump straight to it. Always remember to be careful with scissors though. You don't want to cut your pretty fingers. Yep, that was a lot of hair. The next step is to boil some water and dunk her head for about 30 seconds to a minute, just to make her head easier to remove. Now, very carefully remove the head from the body, trying our best to not break the little thingies from the neckpiece. This took an embarrassing long time, guys. I'm gonna skip ahead. Aha! Success! Thing is not broken. Before drawing our character's face, we need to remove the factory makeup. Use pure acetone or acetone-free nail polish remover, some Q-tips, and cotton balls maybe. I'm using acetone-free nail polish remover because I think there's a little less risk of damaging the vinyl. But I gotta be honest, it takes way longer to get rid of all the makeup. If this is something that might bother you, then I recommend using pure acetone. After doing this for 6 dolls, I'm seriously considering doing the switch myself. There we go, all clean. Next we need to get rid of that buzz cut and the glue inside. You can use some long nose pliers, but I feel a flathead screwdriver works best for me. Use scraping motions to pull the hair from the holes. And now we use the long nose pliers to remove all the stuff from inside, glue and hair. Such a pretty and clean canvas, all ready for a face. But before that, I want to remove those tattoos, stitches. They just don't go with the character. Maybe a stitch tattoo for Buttercup? Nope, no, stick to the concept. And of course those tiny neck screws gotta go too. Let's see how well I do with this. By the way, if you're wondering about the sudden change in video quality, it's because my wonderful roommate lent me her awesome camera. So, no more crappy video! Removing those freaking screws took way too long. Does someone know of a simpler method to remove them maybe? Somehow I managed. Perseverance is the key. I believe prep work is all done. Time to start with the custom. Yeah, I know, girls. It will happen to you too. Before the face-up, we need to seal the head. You will need some protection glasses, gloves, and a mask. Try to get a real respirator mask, not like the one I'm using. The sealant is very toxic. Now I give a thorough coat of Mr. Super Clear to the head on my balcony. Hope the neighbors are not looking this way. Time to wait for 30 minutes before the next coat. I always do 3 coats to make sure the colors stick to the vinyl. While I was waiting, I decided to blush the body, starting with the knees and the elbows. I also sealed the body, by the way, I just forgot to record it. Let's prepare some wefts too, just to have everything ready beforehand. I'll be using 100% acrylic yarn, a pet brush, scissors, a tiny hair straightener, and something to tie the wefts on so it's easier to untangle them. I'm not gonna show the process here, so if you're interested in learning how to do this, I recommend visiting Mozekyto's channel. She taught me everything I need to know about this style of wig making, and she's amazingly good. Now we're painting the top of the head black, just to make sure we don't get a glimpse of the other color after the wig is finished. With that done, it's finally time to start the face-up. I always begin by drawing a quick sketch of the eyes using a light brown watercolor pencil, erasing mistakes as I go using a thin eraser. I draw the eyelids and try to make the iris and pupil the same size, which is not always so easy. And I also start to build up the white of the eye. Once I'm happy with the drawing, and after sealing again, I start using black to define the lines even more. Next is the bane of every artist's existence, or at least mine, the eyebrows. I sketched them first with pastels and turned the head around to try to make them even. I always end up erasing a few times though. Eventually, they come out alright. I decided to stay in the color scheme and use green eyeshadow and lipstick. My concept of Buttercup was strong makeup. I regretted my makeup choice right away. She looked a little trumpy. So I decided to tone it down and add a different color on top. Meanwhile, I finished drawing the eyebrows and added some rosy color to the cheeks and lips. Happy with the makeup, I continue by drawing the eyelashes. I'm so jealous of all those artists that make amazing eyelashes. I really need to practice more. If you feel like the white of the eyes or the color is not bright enough, you can always switch to slightly watered acrylics. This is my first custom trying this method. Shout out to Dollightful for inspiring me to try this. Go check out her channel. Her videos are super fun and inspiring. Let's not forget to bring out that green color too. I used 2 different greens to make them pop out a little more. Using my white pencil, I add a few small details, highlighting the eyelids, the lips, and also the eyebrows. Also, we're adding some highlights to the eyes with white acrylic. I decided to bring out my Pearlex glitter to add some nice shine around her cheeks and forehead. It's not a necessary step, but it looks very cute in the end. To finish off, we add some gloss varnish to the lips and the eyes to make them shiny. I'm very sorry about the constant change of light. The clouds couldn't decide whether to go or stay that day. And here we have our final product. Well, just the face-up. Let's get started on that week. Using some quick drying glue and wets we did previously, we start setting the hair, layer by layer, starting from the bottom. I recommend waiting for the glue to dry a little bit to avoid the previous layers to move around too much. As the hair is going to be short, it's better to start styling it now before continuing adding wets. Yarn tends to clump together and it'll be harder to separate the layers later on. The part comes next. Am I the only one that suffers through this part? Pun not intended. The other side always seems to be unable to cooperate with me. It's always slipping and not getting close enough to the other side of the part. Oh well. Now I'm making the side hair, the one that will be held in place by her flower clips. God, that's not a flattering look. The rest is basically the same. Some cutting here, some styling there. Just keep going until you're happy with the result. Finished with the head, but not showing you yet, we go to the next step of the process, clothes. If you have some leftover clothes or clothes your dolls aren't wearing, now's the time to choose the ones that resemble your concept the most. I chose this basic shirt, these pants, and this jacket. With the selection done, it's time to make some patterns. But for that, we need to separate all the individual pieces. Just use a small needle or scissors to carefully cut all those tiny stitches. Really guys, I'm a total noob when it comes to sewing and making patterns. I'm basically just following tutorials. So if you want sewing advice, just go look for the masters. When you're done separating all the pieces, use an iron to flatten them as much as possible. Be careful not to burn yourself or the clothes. Also, if you have some clothes that need ironing, this is the time to bring them out. All done. For her clothes, I'm using black leather, green cotton, jeans fabric, and white cotton. Now you use your patterns and cut the pieces on the fabric. Time to sew. Fudge. See? This is what happens to complete beginners. Well, to undo and start again. And finally got it right. Now we can continue. Continue working on the other clothes, modifying patterns as needed. I'm really happy with how the shirts came out, but on the concept they are higher on the waist, so yeah, fudge. Now let's mark where the black lines will be on the green shirt. And then we make the lines using acrylic paint. As for the boots, I'm using Walkercoulour shoemaking method. It would have never occurred to me to do paper mache. Her tutorials are great. Please go do yourself a favor and check them out. I added black polymer clay tips to the shoes and painted the rest black. Using yellow polymer clay, I start working on Buttercup's buttercup hair clips. They're so tiny, it was really hard to make them. I'm not used to making such small things. I'm putting them on a pin so I can stick them to her head later. So brutal. And also adding a tiny eye screw to another one for her buttercup necklace. Let's put them in the oven. Sorry for the pajama reflection shot. Now to wait for 30 minutes. Here's the boots all done. For my first try, I'm quite proud of them. I'm sure I will do better with practice. All that's left is to finish those pesky small details and our Powerpuff Girl will be all done.
Powerpuff! Powerpuff! Blossom, commander and the leader, Bubbles, she is the joy and the laughter. Buttercup, when she's the toughest fighter. Powerpuff, save the day.
It was so much fun to work on this doll, and it was also a lot of fun making this video. I'm very excited about this project and future ones that I already have lined up. Can't wait to make her sisters. Which, by the way, which one do you think I should do next? Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and to subscribe to get the latest updates. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and if you want to get behind the scenes pictures, you are welcome to follow me on Instagram and Twitter too. See you guys next time. Tschüss!